windows have been shot out. That's what we can't show you. What we can't show you at the bottom of your screen is one person who was shot and killed, may have been a suspect in that vehicle, and he's down on the ground. Live from Air 7 HD, I'm Bill Thomas, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. David, back to you.
All right, okay, let's be careful here. And what we see, the back door, the passenger side back seat door is now open. They have a device of some sort, a wand of some sort that they have brought in where they can move things around safely. And clearly, from what you saw from that brief few seconds, you couldn't really determine what was in there, but they're already moving around. They're moving it around there to see what they could find in that back seat. So as JT Albaugh had pointed out earlier, and from the traffic that he was hearing, a lot of suspicion inside that back seat. Be careful here as they are moving backwards now. They're moving the vehicle backwards. Perhaps they've grabbed onto something or somebody, and there it is.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We've got to be very careful about this, but I'm very clear that they just pulled the body out of the vehicle.
The suspect down.
The suspect out of the back seat of the car. He is now on the ground. Because of that vehicle and the position it's in, it is blocking the view. But if they move this vehicle back, we're going to have to pull out for sure.
Absolutely. And, we're learning a little bit more about this vehicle. It's an armored critical incident vehicle. It's called a Rook, sort of like a hook. But you saw that. JT was talking about how they could use that to save. They're heavily armed themselves, and they can save themselves, not have to use their canine to go into that situation, because, again, that canine's very vulnerable if someone is heavily armed and not afraid to use it.
Valuable, and of course, and they treat the canine just as another officer. Back to the scene where the SUV is, there is now a body of some sort, or at least an injured person, that is on the asphalt where the door is open on the driver's side of the back seat. They just pulled that body out. We all saw it. We couldn't see details, but we did see it.
More movement. Do you see that, David? There's still more movement in that back seat, possibly with some white white shirt, white something. I don't know if it's the body of the suspect.
They do have that device as well moving around. I don't know if that is moving some fabric material back there, or if it's actually something else that's moving.
Just as you keep taking a look, we can't get in too closely because it might be a very gruesome sight, again, with all those bullet holes.
They're pulling back now, and they're pulling out, looks like a blanket or some tarp of some sort that they just pulled out of the back seat. So this is probably what you saw moving around in the back seat. So they were actually moving that. I believe pretty wholeheartedly that the first thing we saw them pull out of the vehicle was the body.
I believe so.
Of the suspect. And that is on the ground. And then the tarp that they just pulled out of some sort, that is now on the ground. Perhaps it fell next to or on top of